Hi guys, welcome back to Ask the Rabbi. This week, Rabbi Zeph, I have a question in regards to our Pride Shabbat weekend, and I would like to know what the Torah says about gays and transgenders.
So in terms of what the Torah says about gay people, there is a verse in Leviticus that seems to be prohibiting some types of relationships, so it's very embattled what that verse really means. But the verse that we go back to is much earlier in the Torah, right at the creation of human beings. In Genesis, when God creates humanity, God says, I'm going to create human beings in the image of God. And then it says, God created the human being in God's image, male and female. They were created. As to teach us that every human being, all varieties of human beings, are created in the image of God. And that's a universal principle. There are no exceptions. So if God has created every human being in the image of God, then anything that's said later in the Torah has to be matching that principle. And so that's the place we approach looking at gender, looking at sexuality, and saying all the varieties that we see in humanity, those were all created by God. Not just allowed by God, not just tolerated by God, but those were created intentionally by God. God wanted to create a world in which there was a variety of human beings of all races, ethnicities, genders, sexual orientations, all different kinds of love. That's the world that God created. So if we are trying to distinguish and say, oh, maybe does God love this kind of relationship more than that kind of relationship, the Torah is clearly teaching us, no. God created this variety, and that variety is what we're celebrating. When we celebrate Pride Shabbat, we're saying the variety of loving relationships that people have in the world, that is divine love. That is supposed to inspire us to see how can we open ourselves to love of all of humanity, the love of all those different varieties of relationships, and to see and appreciate how much that enriches us. No matter who we love, seeing other people loving the people they love, that enriches us. And seeing other people being the people that they know they are inside, that enriches us. And that is why we're celebrating it, and that is fulfilling the teachings of Torah.
Yes. That's awesome. Love is love. Join us this weekend, both Friday and Saturday, for our Pride Shabbat weekend.